Oh, hello there, beautiful people and Linux fans. I hope you have a wonderful week so far, and I hope I find you well wherever you are right now. And today I have a new, well, relatively new distro that I have found out about recently. So I wanted to show you what it's all about. And of course, I'm talking about the Oreon Project. Let's dive in. Nowadays, most of the distros that got out of the world are based on Debian or Ubuntu or even Arch Linux. There is not so many different, there is not so many based on something else. So that's why I think this one is unique and there is place in the Linux world for me. Basically, this one is based on the AlmaLinux, your next operating system. This is how they advertise themselves. You can find a little bit more information about the project and what their priorities are. So, what they are trying to achieve, they have extra software packages. We aim to offer over 1000 more packages than RHEL in Oreon 10. So this basically the current version is Oreon 9, but they are working really hard to get to the next version, which is Oreon 10. And as far as I understand and read here, it's going to be so much different and so much improved than the current version. And let me tell you, I have been using this Oreon project for a little bit now, and I'm pretty happy with it. So they offer a top-notch support, security, and privacy. They have a version for business. Of course, this again it's based on Alma Linux, which is basically a Linux enterprise distribution. What is so unique about this? You can read more, but aims to provide more software and features when compared to the real derivatives. One of our biggest accomplishment for Orion actually, OIMR2, was the ability for us to port the fully functional wine package to Orion, along with some other fixes to allow a seamless gaming experience under Wine and Proton. We will see about that. So they are mentioning a little bit here for their plans for upcoming Orion 10. They plan to re-innovate the entire packaging system. This is this is huge. So to be a little more specific, Oreon 10 will be shipping with a new package manager promising faster speeds than DNF. So let's not forget the DNF 5. It's currently released on the Fedora 41 beta. And I must say it's so much better and faster than the previous version. Our upcoming package manager will be RPM compatible, meaning it will still be able to install RPM packages, even though the default file extension will be .epk. That's interesting. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with this. They have a little more information if you want to read that, so don't worry, I will make sure to leave the page in the description of this video. So how do you get the ISO? Well, basically go to the download and select the version you like. For most users, the desktop standard should be the one that you need, but if you want to use it or even try it for the business, this is the one that you might want. You have some release details here you can read about. and all the Flatpak repository file. Basically, it's already downloaded from me and enabled, but I think it's enabled out of the box anyway. So just click here and wait for the download to finish. For some reason, for me, it's really slow, so I'm not gonna wait for that. I've been waiting enough. And as you can see, I have already installed the version on my test SSD drive. The installation of Oreon, it's pretty standard, as you can see in a second. As every other RHEL or even Fedora, they use the Anaconda installer. We are not taking the tour this time. If you want, you can go ahead and do that. So let's go with the installed hard drive. It should take a few seconds for the Anaconda installer to load. Just wait patiently. Okay, and here basically just select your language, continue. It's pretty simple. Now maybe the only tricky part is the installation destination. See that little icon? This is showing that the disk you are going to use it's already selected, but if you have a few or a couple but if you have a couple more disks, make sure that you select the correct one, and this icon should be on the one that you have selected. Now click done. And the only thing that been and the only thing that left to do is just fill out and create the user you are going to be using. For me, it's going to be a dummy user. I will make this an administrator. Click done. It's going to ask you to press done one more time because the password is too short. If you are sure you want to use this short password, click done one more time. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Just click begin and wait for the installation to finish. On my hardware, it actually took like 5 to 6 minutes, something like that. It was pretty fast, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so basically this is what you get after the installation. I must say it's pretty good looking desktop, and I really like the transparency of the bar. So I have already did a couple of things. I have customized it to my use. I'll show you in a second, but first let me show you what's under the about section. So this is the Orion actually. This is the Orion YMR2 with the Wayland Windows system by default, and this is the GNOME 40. I know it's GNOME 47, it's the almost default now, but again, this is an enterprise AlmaLinux, which, well, it might have a little bit older packages, but that's to be expected from enterprise Linux, incredibly stable. While we are talking about it, let me show you the kernel version and all. And this is running the 5.14 kernel again. The latest kernel it's about 6.11 and 6.12 it's on their way. But don't worry about this. again, this is incredibly stable. Plus, as I said before, they have enabled the FlatHub repository, which makes all the packages that you want to use a very recent version. This shouldn't be a problem for you guys. Before we continue, let's take a quick look at the repositories that are pre-installed and comes with the distro. So again, they have the FlatHub enabled and ready to go. They have Docker. So if you are a programmer or you do some coding, this might be a very good news for you. They have some extra packages and of course the Oreon based repositories here. Some of them are not enabled. This is not a problem. It's only one click away from enabling them if you want to use them. It's pretty awesome. And as I said earlier, I did install a couple of things and I just customized it a little bit. I will show you just in a second. The only thing that So the first thing is, well, change the background. And I must say they have a beautiful set of backgrounds here, but oh, look at that. But the one that I really like, it's the one with the beach or whatever you call it, doesn't matter. So I really like this one. I have installed the extension manager. What you do with the extension manager is, of course, install some extensions to make the GNOME desktop usable to your case. And as you can see, those are the one that I have installed. This is not that many, but they have quite a few installed out of the box. So this that shows the bar on the bottom, I would do just go to the settings of the dash to panel and I will move it to the top. Plus I like this I like this menu, the date menu, to be on the center as a usual to the GNOME desktop, and that's it. Plus they have a little menu that resembles the Windows 7, but to be honest, this is the default Arc menu. I'm not huge fan of it, so this is pretty easy to change. Just right click and go to the Arc menu settings. Now where the menu layout is, you have so many more options here, but I like the traditional menu layout, so you have the choice of so many options here, but the one that I'm gonna go with, it's the one that says Mint. This is basically, yes, this is basically, it's going to be so much close to the Cinnamon desktop. What else I have done? It's installed a few, let's say a few Flatpak packages that I am going to use. For example, I am using the Proton Up and Steam. I have used most of the packages that are installed out the basically there is not that many packages installed out of the box, which I really like, which makes me choose the package that I really want to use, and I don't have to clean up the system, if you know what I mean. Under Office, they do not have any Office packages installed, which is not a problem. I use the only Office. This is the closest, for me at least, this is the closest thing to the Microsoft Office. I don't know, you might work with LibreOffice, but this is the one that I started using and this is the one that I'm well used to. So anyway, And as you saw earlier, there is the RPM Fusion repositories installed out of the box. The only thing that I needed to do is installing the NVIDIA drivers, and I have done that, which brings me to, let me show you what the version is. And this is the 550, which is not that bad. I think the current latest version on Fedora it's 560, I think, which is pretty good. And now the only thing that left for me to show you is, of course, a little bit of gaming. So again, as in most of my videos, let's start with the Elder Scrolls Online. This is the one that I have tested almost most of the time. So let's see how it behaves. Spoiler alert, I have already played it and it's pretty good. So let's see. All right, as you can see, we are in game. This is the usual character that I like to show when it comes for gaming. And well, this distro again, it's quite capable of gaming, as you can see. So while I was playing with this and with OBS, I have noticed an interesting bug, I think. while the game while the game screen it's not active, the OBS has no problem of recording and all, but when I activate the game and start running around, the OBS stops for some reason. This is the very first time that it's happening for me. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced something like this. So let's see. Yes, if I made the OBS screen recorder active window, it's recording with no problems. But once again, when the game screen is active, the OBS stops. This is pretty interesting. I don't know about that. I have to play a little bit more to see what's gonna happen with it. But anyway, I guess I cannot really show you so much then, but you have to trust me on that. The game it's running pretty well. And don't forget that this is on Wayland on top of everything. So I will continue playing with this and see what's up with the OBS. Like I said, this is the very first time that it's happening to me. So if any of you knows how and why this is happening and how to fix it, please do let me know. So let's continue to the next topic. Overall, this is a really great project and I'm really liking the idea behind it. So I will continue to follow this Oreon project for a while and I'm curious to see where the path is going to get them. Plus, they are pretty small team at the moment. I think, yeah, this is like a 4 guys legion. And I see they looking for more contributions and contributors. If you want to help out, you have the chance to go with a little questionnaire and be part of the team. If you feel like helping the project and be part of the team, this would be awesome. I really like that. If I can help the team, please do let me know. Anyway, you have the option to donate to the project as well if you feel like this is the thing that you can do. So it's overall it's pretty good. I really like it, and if you want a pretty stable desktop, this might be the one for you. And it's a little bit different one, because I am excited to see what's going to happen with their new release, Oreon 10. This I think it's going to be released around mid 2025, I think. But well, we'll see what the future is going to be. Who knows? So please do let me know. Have you ever heard about it? Or this is your first time hearing? So anyway, if you have any questions or any comments, please do let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!